Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have a Star Trek Discovery theory, as of course Season 4 starts in about 2 weeks, give or take a day or so. Anyway, this theory pertains to one of the ships that we saw when we entered Starfleet headquarters in the 32nd century for the first time in Season 3, Episode 5. Yes, it was Episode 5. Yeah, they did that quite late on. Anyway, and this theory specifically is about the 32nd Century Constitution class, or as it's been officially named in Star Trek Online, the Kirk class. Thanks to them naming the 32nd Century Intrepid class the Janeway class, obviously referring to those classes' most famous captains, namely Captain Janeway of Voyager and Captain Kirk of the Enterprise. And this one kind of links into that because the Janeway class was represented by Voyager's descendant, the Voyager J, namely, the reason being, NCC 74656J was its registry number, of course 74656 being Voyager's number, so it's literally a descendant of that original ship from Star Trek Voyager. And my theory for the Kirk class, well, we already know of one ship from that class, the USS Armstrong, but I think in Star Trek Discovery Season 4, we'll see another. And I don't think Starfleet would have kept the Constitution class around for 900 years for them not to have an Enterprise. And I'm predicting that the Enterprise that we'll see in Star Trek Discovery Season 4 will be NCC 1701Z, aka the Last Enterprise. Calling it now, we will see the final Federation Starship Enterprise in Star Trek Discovery Season 4. Because I've worked it out that Starfleet goes through about 3 Enterprises per century. And how many years has it been since the original... How many centuries has it been since the 23rd? Oh yeah, 9. And what's 9 times 3? 27. But hold on, I know what you're thinking. There's only 26 letters in the alphabet. The original Enterprise didn't have a letter after it. So that would work out at 27 Enterprises. And considering this is the very end of the 32nd century, it would line up that this Enterprise that we would see would be the Enterprise Z. Which I will be very sad about, because, let's face it, the Enterprise has been ever present in Star Trek. And if this Enterprise gets destroyed, that's it. It's done. Because I highly doubt that Starfleet would re-register the Enterprise under a different number. I would seriously doubt it. I think if the Enterprise Z gets destroyed, I think they will retire the name Enterprise for good. And that'll be very sad to see if they do. Because, again, the Enterprise is so intrinsically linked with Starfleet, every single starship named Enterprise has been the Federation flagship. So that's how important the Enterprise is to Starfleet. So, I have a strange feeling once the Enterprise Z is destroyed, that's it for the Enterprise. It's over and done with. And of course, that will be a nice little bit of mirroring, because we've seen the first Enterprise in Star Trek Discovery Season 2, namely the NCC 1701 under Captain Pike, and again, I'm theorising that we will see the Enterprise Z, because there is no way that the Star Trek Discovery graphic designers made a new Constitution class to just have it be every ship but an Enterprise. I'm strongly doubting that. And again, considering how my calculations have gone, 3 Enterprises per century, 9 centuries, it would make this the last Enterprise. Which will be really sad to see, but really cool to see too. And with Voyager J showing up in the first moments of us seeing the new Starfleet headquarters, that does open up the possibility of seeing some other starships return with a 32nd century design. For example, I'm hoping for another Defiant. Maybe, I don't know, the USS Defiant K, maybe? Or the Prometheus? Like, that'd be cool to see return. The USS Prometheus from Star Trek Voyager. I'd love to see that. Maybe a new Nebula class? Because I'm thinking maybe they might reintroduce the Galaxy class. Although, if my theory's right about the new Constitution class having an Enterprise, they wouldn't be able to do that with the Galaxy class, because they can't have 2 ships with the same name at the same time. So they might have to maybe make a new USS Galaxy? I don't know. but I think they definitely end up calling that the Picard class if they do. In fact, I'm going to predict the names for a couple of those classes. Well, we don't know the captain of the Prometheus, so oh well. The Defiant class is going to be called the USS Cisco. It's gotta be. And of course, the Picard for the Galaxy class. Like, those are the most famous captains of each of those ships. For example, the Enterprise D under Captain Picard, Cisco commanding the Defiant, Janeway commanding Voyager, and Kirk captaining the Enterprise, of course. But do I think we'll see any other Starfleet ships return with a 32nd century design? No, I think they're gonna have those four. Like, I think those are going to be the big four. Because again, Voyager was around at the same time as the Enterprise D and the Defiant, so it is completely possible. And the 32nd century Constitution does open up a couple more options. Maybe a new Reliance, the Miranda class? Who knows? But I've got to say, I'm really hoping that we see the last Enterprise in Star Trek Discovery Season 4. Because I think that would be a nice way to end the lineage. Like, because we're now in the 32nd century, surely we're at the end of the Enterprise lineage, and I think we're going to see it, and if we do, I'll be very sad to see it go, because I have a feeling that if they do bring it in, it will at some point get destroyed. And thus, as I said earlier, the Enterprise lineage will end. And I'm going to make a prediction for its captain actually really quick. And he's not going to be a captain. I'm going to predict that it's going to be Admiral Vance, aka Commanding Officer of Starfleet Command overall. So I think it's going to be Admiral Vance, the captain of the Enterprise Z. And if that's the case, that's going to be really cool. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this pretty big theory on Star Trek Discovery Season 4. I really hope I'm right. And that's it for this video. So as always, people, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to mine, Rock Sounds, and Frost's channels. The links are in the description. My sub button is down there. Yep, that big red one, unless you've already subbed. Then it's grey. Thanks for that, by the way. And once you've done that, don't forget to click all 3 of our bell icons to get all 3 sets of our notifications. Comment as well, because why not? And let me know if you think we'll see the last Enterprise in Star Trek Discovery Season 4. And when it'll get destroyed, because let's face it, it's gonna. Once you've done that too, don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias. Those will be in my link tree. Don't forget as well to follow Roxanne on her blog, and Frost on his Instagram. Those links are also in the description below my link tree. And lastly, of course, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends, so they can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Live long and prosper.